开录屏。Here, the same effects that dominated in the dream thoughts have remained in the dream, but the process is probably not quite so simple as this in any dreams. If the two analyses are examined a little more closely, it will be seen that this satisfaction, which does not succumb to the censorship, receives reinforcement from a source which must fear the censorship and whose effect would certainly have aroused opposition if it had not screened itself by a similar and readily admitted effect of satisfaction from the permanent source, and had, so to speak, sneaked in behind it. An example from another situation will make my meaning intelligible. Everyone will at some time have found himself in such a position. But now let it happen that the hatred person, through some transgression of his own, draws upon himself a well-deserved calamity. I shall now be allowed to give free rein to my satisfaction at his being visited by a just punishment, and I shall be expressing an opinion which coincides with that of other impartial persons. But I observe that my satisfaction proves to be more intense than that of others, for it has received reinforcement from another source, from my hatred, which was hitherto prevented by the inner censorship from furnishing the effect, but which, under the outer circumstances, is no longer prevented from doing so. A striking feature of the neurotic character, namely that in it cause capable of evoking effect produce results which are qualitatively justified by quantitatively excessive, is to be explained on these lines, insofar as it admits of a psychological explanation at all, but the excess of effect proceeds from unconscious and hitherto suppressed affective sources which are able to establish an associative connection with the actual occasion, and for whose liberation of effect the unprotested and permeated source of effects opens up the desired path. These hints regarding the psychic mechanism will contribute to our understanding of the expression of effects in dreams, a gratification which makes its appearance in the dream, and which, of course, may readily be found in its proper place in the dream thoughts, may not always be fully explained by means of this reference. As a rule, it is necessary to search for a second source in the dream thoughts, upon which the pressure of the censorship rests, and which, under this pressure, would have yielded not gratification but the contrary effect, had it not been able by the presence of the first dream source to free its gratification effect from repression, and reinforce the gratification spring from the other source. Hence, effects which appear in dreams appear to be formed by the confluence of several tributaries, and are overdetermined in respect of the material of the dream thoughts, source of effect which are able to furnish the same effect combining the dream work in order to produce it. 这么长。A striking feature of the neurotic character, namely that in its course capable of evoking affect produce results which are qualitatively justified but quantitatively excessive is to be explained on these lines, insofar as it admits of psychological explanation at all, but the excess of affect proceeds from unconscious and hitherto surpassed affective sources which are able to establish an associative connection with the actual occasion, and for whose liberation of affect the unprotested and permitted source of effects opens up the desired path. These hints regarding the psychic mechanism will contribute to our understanding of the expression of effects in dreams. Gratification, which makes its appearance in the dream, and which of course may readily be found in its proper place in the dream thoughts, may not allow to be fully explained by means of this reference. As a rule, it is necessary to search for a second source in the dream thoughts upon which the pressure of the censorship rests, and which, under this pressure, would have yielded not gratification but the contrary effect, and had it not been enabled by the presence of the first dream source to free its gratification effect from repression, and reinforce the gratification spring from the other source. Hence, effects which appear in dreams appear to be formed by the confluence of several tributaries, and are over-determined in respect of the material of the dream thoughts. Sources of effect which are able to furnish the same effect combine in the dream work in order to produce it. I shall add only a few observations as to effects of dream considered from another point of view. In the psychic of the sleeper, an affective tendency, what we call a mood, may be contained as its dominating elements and may include a corresponding mode in the dream. This mode may be the result of the express and thoughts of the day, or it may be of somatic origin. In either case, it will be accompanied by the corresponding trains to thought that this in ideational content of the dream thoughts should at one time determine the affective tendency primarily, while at another time it is awakened in a secondary manner by the somatically determined emotion disposition, is indifferent for the purpose of dream formation. This is always subject to the restriction that it can represent only a wish fulfillment, and that it may lend its psychic energy to the wish alone. Painful modes during sleep become the motive force of the dream, inasmuch as they awaken energetic wishes which the dream has to fulfill. The material in which they inhere is elaborated until it is serviceable for the expression of the wish fulfillment. The more intense and the more dominating the element of the painful mode in the dream thoughts, the more surely will the most strongly suppressed wish impulses take advantage of opportunity to secure representation. For thanks to the actual existence of discomfort, which otherwise they would have to create, they find that the more difficult part of the force necessary to ensure representation has already been accomplished. And with this observation, we touch once more upon the problem of anxiety dreams, which will provide to the boundary cases of dream activities.
Survived in suitable synthesis. The dream work.
The
The complicated processes of removal, diminution, and inversion by which the affects of the dream thoughts finally become the affects of the dream may be very well survived in suitable syntheses of completely analyzed dreams. I shall here discuss a few examples of effective manifestations in dreams which will, I think, prove this conclusively in some of the cases cited. 5. In the dream about the odd task which the elder Brooks sets me, that of preparing my own pelvis, I am aware in the dream itself of not feeling appropriate horror. Now this is a wish fulfillment in more senses than one. The preparation signifies the self-analysis which I perform, as it were, by publishing my book on dreams. Which I could actually found so painful that I postponed the printing of the completed manuscript for more than a year. Manuscript for more than a year. The wish now arises that I may disregard this feeling of aversion, and for that reason I feel no horror, which also means to grow grey, in the dream. I should much like to escape Gurawan in the other sense too, for I am already growing quite grey, and the grey in my hair wants me to delay no longer. For we know that at the end of the dream, this thought secures representation. I shall have to leave my children to reach the goal of their difficult journey without my help. In the two dreams that transfer the expression of satisfaction to the moments immediately after waking. This satisfaction is, in the one case, motivated by the expectation that I am... In the one case, motivated by the expectation that I'm now going to learn what is meant by I have already dreamed of it, and refers in reality to the birth of my first child. And in the other case, it is motivated by the conviction that which has been announced by a premonitory sign is now going to happen. Premonitory sign is now going to happen. And the satisfaction is that which I felt on the arrival of my second son. Here the same affects that dominated in the dream thoughts have remained in the dream, but the process is probably not quite so simple as this in any dream. If the two analyses are examined a little more closely, it will be seen that this satisfaction, which does not succumb to the censorship, receives reinforcement from a source which must fear the censorship, and whose effect would certainly have aroused opposition if it had not screened itself by a similar and readily admitted affect of satisfaction from the permitted source, and had, so to speak, sneaked in behind it. An example from another situation will make my meaning intelligible. Everyone will at some time have found himself in such a position. But now let it happen that the hated person, through some transgression of his own, draws upon himself a well-deserved calamity. I shall now be allowed to give free rein to my satisfaction at his being visited by a just punishment, and I shall be expressing an opinion which coincides with that of other impartial persons. But I observe that my satisfaction proves to be more intense than that of others, for it has reinforced from another source, from my hatred, which was hitherto prevented by the inner censorship from furnishing the effect, but which, under the altered circumstance, is no longer prevented from doing so. A striking feature of the neurotic character, namely that it causes capable of evoking affect, produce results which are qualitatively justified or quantitatively excessive, is to be explained on these lines. Insofar it is admitted a psychological explanation at all, but the excess of affect proceeds from unconscious and hitherto suppressed affective sources which are able to establish an associative connection
with the
actual
occasion,
and for whose liberation of affect the unprotested and permitted source of affects opens up the desired path. These hints regarding the psychic mechanism will contribute to our understanding of the expressions of affects in dreams. A gratification which makes its appearance in a dream, and which of course may readily be found in its proper place in the dream thoughts, may not always be fully explained by means of this reference. As a rule, it is necessary to search for a second source in the dream thoughts, upon which the pressure of the censorship rests, and which, under this pressure, would have yielded not gratification but the contrary effect, had it not been enabled by the presence of the first dream source to free its gratification effect from repression, and reinforce the gratification springing from the other source. Hence, affects which appear in dreams appear to be formed by the confluence of several tributaries, and are overdetermined in respect of the material of the dream thoughts. Sources of affect which are able to furnish the same affect combine in the dream work in order to produce it. I shall add only a few observations as to the effects of dreams considered from another point of view. In the psyche of the sleeper, an affective tendency, what we call mood, may be contained as its dominating element, and may induce a corresponding mood in the dream. This mood may be the result of the experiences and thoughts of the day, or it may be of somatic origin. In either case, it will be accompanied by the corresponding train of thought. That this ideational content of the dream thoughts should at one time determine the affective tendency primarily, while at another time it is awakened in a secondary manner by the somatically determined emotional disposition, is indifferent for the purpose of dream formation. This is always subject to the restriction that it can represent only a wish fulfillment, and that it may lend its psychic energy to wish alone. Painful moods during sleep become the motive force of the dream, inasmuch as the rich energetic wishes which the dream has fulfilled. The material in which they inhere is elaborated until it is serviceable for the expression of the wish fulfillment. The more intense and the more dominating the element of the painful mood in the dream thoughts, the more surely will the most strongly suppressed wish take advantage of the opportunity to secure representation. For thanks to the actual existence of discomfort, which otherwise they would have to create, they find that the more difficult part of the work necessary to ensure representation has already been accomplished. And with these observations, we touch once more the problem of anxiety dreams, which will prove to be the boundary case of dream activity.
完全没有看。